it's gone, they wonder what happened to the good times. So these are the things I would do. If I were your age, that's what I'd be thinking about.
Okay, let's take a question from Ibrahim Sultan on a completely different tack.
How would you envision your role as the first gentleman, if you may, if Senator Clinton decides to run and wins the White House in the next presidential elections?
Well, first of all, she got to get reelected to the Senate in New York. And therefore, I'm trying not to even think about that. I don't know that if she will run for president. If she did run, I don't know whether she'd win. I know one thing. If she did run and she did win, she would do a magnificent job. I do know that. I've never met anybody, and I'm good at this politics stuff. I understand it. And you can say that I have a biased view, which I do, but I'm also a good judge of people's capacity to serve and to lead. I've never met anybody in all my years in working in politics in the United States that I thought had a better combination of mind and heart and strength and compassion, kind of understanding and ability to get things done than she does. So my answer to you is, if Hillary were the president, and I would do whatever she asked me to do, if I could do it in good conscience. But it would be her decision, not mine. She's got enough problems without me trying to tell her what I should be doing. It's a big job. So I would do whatever she decided to ask me to do. Unless I could not do it in good conscience, I would do it. I would salute and say, yes, ma'am, and do it. Which is what I've often done in my life already.
Sarah Al-Khoury, you have a question for the President. Up there.
Mr. President, if you had the chance to meet Osama bin Laden in person, what would you say to him?
It would depend upon the circumstances, obviously, but if we were alone in a room together, first I would try to prevent him from getting away. I would try to effect a citizen's arrest, because I know people who died on September the 11th, and I don't like it when people willfully kill innocents. But I would really, I would seize the opportunity to talk to him. I just would try to persuade him, and I would fail, of course, but I would try to persuade him that I did not represent the devil and he did not have the whole truth. And that the world would never, ever survive if we resolved our differences that way. I also think it's terrible for the whole culture of Islam, the whole history of the Arab world, for us to be, and the wider Islamic world, for us to be resolving our differences this way. And, you know, he could tell me, well, look how Muslims are discriminated against in Europe, or he could tell me 1,000 things, and I could say, you know, people have always had problems throughout history, but we would never make any progress if we went around blowing each other up. And I would have this discussion. But I would love to ask him, I would ask him a lot of questions. But if he tried to get away, I'd try to stop him.
President Clinton, you talked a lot about following instructions, particularly on the home front. I have instructions now that we've run out of time. Thank you very much indeed for sparing some time.
I've had a wonderful time. Thank you all very much. Thank you for your questions.